In orphanage school, you was in charge of your orphanage school. The kids were the new reason you were smiling today, noticing their antic and kiddies' behavior sometimes made you laugh. Loudly forgetting your gift, you was walked in the classroom with a packet of sweets and some book to give to them. Every day you will meet them and play with them or teach them drawing. Sometimes you do wonder if your daughter is still alive, you might be playing with her. Good morning. They greeted you back happily. In just few days, you was able to adjust with them and they accepted you with open heart. Pinky, teacher, he took my pencil. The small little girl pointed her finger at the boy who was sitting on his chair, reading his book. You knocked the desk of the boy to gain his attention. He wasn't responding to you. You sitting on the chair. What is your name? There was pin drop silence for the little boy said. Pinky, he don't talk much. He always stay quiet, interrupted you. Do you take Pinky pencil? They were again silent from his end. Look, it is not only good stealing others' things. God will never bless her sinful. So if you took her pencil, please return back to her. You politely tried to convince the boy. Boy is still looking at the books. Boy, tell her to get specs for her eyes. Her pencil is there on the ground. He pointed through his gaze, making you and Pinky turn. Pinky hurriedly carried her pencil and walked towards him. Pinky, this is not a way to talk with the girls. Boy, shut up, don't try to teach me. You were stunned with the verbal fight that they were having. You, Pinky, stop, and you two looking back at Pinky. Go and do your drawing since you already found your pencil. Pinky walked angrily throwing tickets towards the so cool boy. You will you not tell me what is your name is? You wanted to know this boy. Boy, Harsha, he answered shortly. Harsha, can you father? My father is a soldier and passed away when I was 5 years old and my mother was sick due to illness. After a few months of my father's death, she to leave me alone in this world. He said each of the words without any pain on his face. You, I am sorry. Harsha, don't be. He carried his book and walked out from the classroom. You feel hurt after hearing this story. Time skips in garden. Sharp at 5 p.m. all the students been taken to the field. You was assisting your own group which been divided by the senior teacher. There were only 10 students in each group and you took your group at the corner near the ring, you making them all sit. So, what are we going to play today? You two sit on the grass in between the kids. Pinky, teacher, let's play cooking and making doll ready. Harsha, are you accepting the boys to play the same things? Pinky, I didn't ask you. Then why are you showing your eagerness? They started their daily routine of bouncing at each other. You stopped, both of you. You raised your voice just to scare them. Harsha, this is not the way to talk with girls. Behave, you want. Pinky, we can't play this. It is unfair for the boys. Let's play something else. Pinky, what about hide and seek? Majority of the kids agree with Pinky choice. You've been forced to be the catcher and your eyes were closed with the black cloth. The students started to run here and there and some were hiding behind the ring. You don't run far from here. You were swimming your hand in the air to get hold of them. Pinky, teacher here, she shouted, calling you. Pinky, no, you won't able to catch her as your eyes are tied with the cloth. You, this is not funny. Come out, everyone. You started to take few steps further, only to hold him as arm. Slowly, your hand was moving from his arm till it reached on his chest of the person. You knew who this person is. You recognized him very well. You took a step backward and pulled down the cloth so you would be able to meet the person's eyes. You gulped, seeing your husband here. Kim Taehyung was standing behind the principal, who was to staring you and Taehyung, who were lost in their own world. Principal, this is Kim Taehyung, our main financial support since last 2 years. You narrowed your eyes. You didn't know Taehyung was donating money for this orphanage, nor did Sunny told you anything. I need to go. My students are waiting for me. You was about to run away from his eyes. You wouldn't accept him to be here. Principal, stopping you. You wait. You turn behind to meet the principal. Can you give your truth to Kim Taehyung? I have some important call to make. I will tell the other teacher to handle the students. You were speechless. You didn't know much about the school, but you've been told to give truth to him, Destiny though. You didn't argue much and guide him. Since he was here, he didn't utter a word. His full-time concentration was on you, which made you little awkward. They were pin drop silent between them. They were walking together at creating distance. They were near to each other yet far from their reach. He was the most confused in all this. You didn't want to meet him. You didn't want to see his face. You just wanted to stay away from everyone and his cruel world. You was lost the faith in trusting a person like you used to trust him blindly. In return, you only received his betrayal. He killed you that day. He lied to you for each creating excuse. You, I need to go. I will inform someone else to guide you. You was about to run. Suddenly you feet stumbled with a stone and you was about to fall down. You closed your eyes tight, letting your body crash on the ground. But before you could receive another pain, you had been held firmly by a strong arm. You slowly opened your eyes and made those brown eyes. You hurriedly realized the surroundings and literally struggled from his soul. He balanced his stone properly and moved to step back as he could see your uneasiness. Taehyung, are you okay? You adjusted your eyes and nodded quickly. Taehyung, can you join me for a cup of coffee? You lifted your gaze. No, I have some other work to do. You denied his request without giving a second thought. Your heart was beating rapidly. You couldn't wait any longer here. You rushed out from his view. Your heart still wasn't ready to accept him fully. You could never forgive his deeds towards you. At night, Taehyung farmhouse, the whole night Taehyung spent in his farmhouse at Busan. He been informed you didn't step in his farmhouse since the day you came to Busan. You prefer stay at the orphanage quarter than staying here comfortably. He didn't want to force you for anything. The whole night he spent sleeping on the recliner. He didn't notice when he dozed off here. He was exhausted from the long drive. He loved driving and this time too he didn't take his drive with him. Sanaya already informed him, but you various about which was none other than the same orphanage that he was sponsoring. There are few orphanages which are under Kim Taehyung since yes, 10% of the provinces will be distributed to those orphanages, so they would be able to take care of the daily routine of this. Time skips in morning at afternoon. The next morning, Taehyung was again in the orphanage. He will be leaving today evening. He just stopped by to settle some formalities and at the same time to meet you. It wasn't his intention to disturb you here, nor did he want to take you home. If you prefer staying here, then he won't argue and will let you stay here if that brings happiness to you. His life in soil was not less like a dead soil. He was breathing, but seems the air wasn't enough for him. The entire day he missed your presence and your voice. Even last few days you didn't talk much, but still he felt relief finding you near him, even not beside him. He walked out from the principal office after handing the construction report. It will take place within few days. The new infrastructure will be built in the school for the children. It will bring a lot of benefit for them henceforth. Taehyung was walking out. He was engaged on Bluetooth with Aman recording some paperwork. He didn't notice when suddenly someone dumped in him. He hurriedly held the small paper before it collapsed on the ground. He knelt down before the small girl. Taehyung, are you okay? Did you get injured? Pinky, no uncle, I'm fine. Taehyung, you sure right? She nodded with a bored smile. Pinky, one day you will be a very good father. Taehyung was taken aback with her words. Do you have children? He did it quickly. You don't be sad. I will pray to God to give you a lot of children. He controlled himself by gulping down a big lump in his throat. Taehyung, thank you. He blushed shortly. He doesn't know if God would ever have some mercy for him. He himself wasn't able to forgive his deeds. Then how on earth you would able to forgive him? If his daughter was alive, he might be playing and toasting with her on the bed. His unintentionally touched Pinky's head in a way of caressing her. Taehyung, if you need anything, tell to principal. They didn't notice that someone was staring them from far. Her eyes too moist, seeing the dew. Pinky, you are too good. The little girl kissed his cheek in return. He was stunned for a moment while suddenly a small smile crept on his face. They bid bye to each other and walked their own path. Taehyung went back to his farmers. He needed to pack his bag as in evening he is going back to soil. A pair of eyes which one noticed all this was currently shedding silent tears. Her hand touched her flat belly to feel her baby, but nothing was moving. It was empty. You hurriedly wiped your tears. You didn't want anyone to notice your sorrow. You was here to meet the principal to tell her that you need leave for a day. As you wasn't feeling well, you thought of calling, but you had some reports to give to the principal and thought of passing by. Time skips evening. Taehyung was having another 1 hour before he started to Sohil. He thought of meeting you before leaving, even you won't like much his presence, but as a person he can't stop himself. He parked the car near the teacher quarter and walked in, inhaling some air to gain strength. He knocked your room door several times to get reply from you, but unfortunately you wasn't responding to any of his replies. He tried again and again. His curiosity was increasing in case if anything to happen to you. You are still under medication, and what if he tried to open through the holder, but yet he wasn't successful. Without having any choice, he slammed his body twice on the door, breaking the locker. When the door was opened from his view, he ran inside. He didn't want to waste any time here. Taehyung was about to yell your name, but the moment he saw you laying on the ground, his heart raced furiously. Carrying your body sideways, he called nervously. He could feel your body was burning with fever. He lifted you up in his arms and took you towards his car so they can reach the care before it is too late. Having fever symptom was not good for your health. You were still under therapy and medication. In car, Taehyung driving the car. You just stay strong, please. He was held scared seeing you in this condition. Meanwhile, his car was in such speed that he would run anyone who came before his vehicle. But due to the traffic, he has to brake his car. He horns several times, instructing the vehicle owner before him to remove the cars. Taehyung damn caused the incident which are going on before his eyes. He was already late, and now these traffics are delaying everything. There was sudden knocking on his window, instructing him to open so the traffic police could convey his message. Police, sir, this road is closed for 3 hours. There are some construction work going on. You can use that road to reach city. Taehyung nodded hurriedly and turned his car towards another road which was suggested by the traffic police. The road was quite silent type, very less vehicle move here. There were big forests around the road and a plain road for vehicles. He couldn't see any house or clinic which he could pass by. His eyes were keep on checking you. He kept your hand tightly assuring you that he is here. Your body was literally traveling. The rain was making the situation worse even more than before. He drove his car as fast as he could. The hospital seemed too far from his destination. But another incident which just happened literally made him shout in frustration. His car broke down in the middle of the road and forest. He was trapped in all the possible way. He couldn't identify if it is a game of destiny or something else. Every damn thing was only happening now during the ill period. Taehyung, you stay strong. I won't let anything happen to you. He pulled you in a hug. You were still shivering as he wasn't able to cope up with the temperature and the weather. He scanned around to find something. That's when he caught your hut. In hut, he wrapped your body with his coat and took you inside the hut. He tried to set the fire with the help of stones, which he was succeed. Your body was put near the fire so you would able to warm yourself. His hand was in between giving you warmth by rubbing your palm. But all this seemed taken a lot of time. He pulled you near his umbrella and tried to reduce the temperature through his body. You was covered under the blanket and your wet clothes were placed aside. He couldn't cover you fully when he brought you in the hut. You was drenching just like him. Snuggle more into him. Your weak body was now giving up due to the coldness you were facing. You knew your husband was here with you and he is the only person you are depending on. Taehyung closed his eyes tight. He knew he can save you, but at another point he was scared to cross those lines which you have closed for him. He gulped all the consequences he might face when you open your eyes in the next morning. He just wanted to save you. Slowly, rhythmically, his hand started to roam on your body. He made you dead and went under the same blanket of you. Everything was moving smoothly. Every touch of his was giving a new life in you unwantedly. Your eyes were closed, but you were fully aware what was happening with you. You doesn't have strength to push him due to the weakness. You didn't want those touch on your body, even it was just to save you. You didn't want the same body to clam you again, which was destroyed you once. Your tears rolled from the corner of your eyes. Taehyung, I'm sorry you. I have to. He whispered in your ear, completing every move before it's too late for you. Time skips next morning. The incident which took place last night wasn't easy for a person to digest after the mishaps that happened in your life. You were seated at the corner of the hut, holding your knee closer to you, your tears dripping continuously. You wasn't even able to close your eyes as the last night moment were flashing before your eyes. You could still feel your husband touched all over your body. Taehyung slowly opened his eyes, which his hand was roaming at the other side of his. He hurriedly opened his eyes when he couldn't find you beside him. He looked around only to find you seated at the corner of the hut, crying on your bed. He walked to you wearing his pant and shirt, which he already wore last night, and dressed you too at the same moment once you was absolutely fine. Taehyung kneeling before you, he tried to touch you, but you jerked before his hand could ever able to caress or wipe your sorrow. You whimpering, please don't touch me, please, I beg you. Your painful eyes were only reflecting what you was going through now. Your grief was turning into poison. The hurt of backstabbing was causing severe pain in your heart. Taehyung, you please try to understand. You nod your head in denial, hiccup your cheek forcefully, making you look in his eyes. Taehyung, I left everything you. I left all the life which was the reason of your current state. I left that habit which made you hate me. I left it you. I left it. Please forgive me. Please you. He wasn't able to carry this grief anymore. He needed to take it out and ask for your forgiveness. You please don't touch me. You wave his hand from you. Slowly you started to move backward while he was moving toward you. You join your both palm in another way of pleading. You please Taehyung, don't touch me. Please, I beg you, please don't touch me with that hand. Please, cried loudly, hoping he would stop there itself. Taehyung, I have to take a step to save you. I don't have any other option other than. He remains the base hang as he knew you would understand. If I didn't react, then you might. I will die, right? Then why didn't you let me die? What the point of living when you already killed me before? If I was given a choice to live or die, I would have chosen death. I hate when you touched me. I hate when you make love with me the same hand. I hate when you mark me yours. I hate all those things which were related to a physical relation. I hate it. You shout your last 3 words. You started to scratch your skin which were worshipped by him last night. Your nails mark were causing reddish and bleed on your skin. Taehyung, stop hurting yourself, damn it. He raged out in anger. He was about to run toward you, but the next word of you rooted him on the spot. You screaming, divorce me, leave me forever. I don't wish to see your face. Free me from this suffocating marriage. Divorce me, Taehyung. He don't know what he should reply to you. You asked him something which he wasn't able to give. Not even in his wildest dream. How could he live without you? He knew he sounded pathetic, but that's the truth. Not even a single second that he forgot about you. He always remembered you, but due to his social life and habitual, he killed the innocent you. He made you survive in darkness and blindly make you believe him. Every day he lied to you just to make you stay beside him, and today you wanted a divorce would he able to give you. You love me a lot, right, Taehyung? Then leave me. Whenever I see your face, I remember that night you wiped your tears trying to calm yourself. Taehyung, I won't able to do this. I just can't. You tried to stand up on your toes. You didn't want to look weak, at least not now. Holding the side pillar, you finally able to stand on your legs. Taehyung, you can ask me something else, but please not this. I can't live without you. In shock voice. I can't live with you nor with your shadow. Taehyung, I admit I did a mistake you. I admit for every mistake that I did, but please don't do this, please. He literally started to beg you. You killed my daughter. You killed her, Taehyung. He closed his eyes, though a lone tear rolled on his cheek. If you have controlled all you have, then this day won't come. I might be playing with her. She might be alive. But no, it was abandoned. You didn't think about me. You didn't care the baby I was carrying was your sin. You only think about yourself. You are a killer, Taehyung. You killed her. I won't forgive you. Ever in my life, I won't. You poured out your grief with your tears, continue shedding on your face. You was about to walk, but in sudden your vision was getting blurred. Your eyes were blinking, and you was about to collapse. But before you could reach the ground floor, he held you. He whispered the next word while you was unconscious. Taehyung, wiping your tears. If by this reduce your pain, then I will divorce you. He lifted you in his arms and walked out from the hut. His next decision was soil. He won't let you stay here, not even for his day. Time skips. 2 days passed. Kim mentioned your room. You were still sitting alone in your room. In these 48 hours, you didn't see him. Your husband not did. He came before your eyes. You've been told by Dr. Sanaya for a bed rest and forbidden to move at least for a few days. Sanaya tried to ask you as a doctor, but you prefer staying quiet rather than giving her replies. You was looking depressed whenever she been questioned. Sanaya thought of giving you some space if that makes you comfortable. Time skips. After few hours, your room door been knocked and you was little confused seeing a lady standing in front of you with a white dress and black coat on her body with a name tag Priya. Jina, ma'am, she has been sent by Taehyung. He said you will understand. You was just looking at Priya and the file. File she was holding. Jaina excused herself so her ma'am would able to talk with the respective person. Priya, I'm Priya, your husband. Your ex-husband. Kim Taehyung has applied a divorce case. I'm here to know, are you ready for this divorce or it is only from one side? He was under dilemma for a moment. You don't know what you're supposed to now react or deny. You took a deep breath before continuing. It is from both sides. We have discussed and want to end this marriage as soon as possible. Priya, then sign this document of pre-divorce paper. I will send you the real divorce document by next week. Kim Taehyung has insisted this issue to keep away from media, so everything will happen outside the court. Only the final decision will take place in the court of the court decision. You agreed and put down your signature on the paper.